5 dancing Israelis, who were seen celebrating and filming a jetliner slam into the Twin Towers from atop a removalist van in New Jersey on September 11th, as reported at the time by mainstream media outlets.
It began when this woman was watching the Twin Towers burning from her apartment in New Jersey. She noticed 3 men on top of a van, posing for pictures with the towers burning in the background.
And I could see that they were like happy. You know, they didn't look shocked to me. You know, they didn't look shocked. I thought it was very strange.
The witness called police, who stopped the van hours later and arrested 5 men. All 5, it turns out, were Israeli. They were turned over to the FBI. Sources tell ABC News during a check of national security databases, some of the men were listed as having had connections with Israeli intelligence. At the FBI, that set off alarm bells. The FBI needed the answers to 3 important questions. Who were these men? What brought them to that parking lot on the morning of September 11th? And did they have any advance knowledge of what was going to happen that day?
When the men were apprehended by law enforcement, they first claimed to be Israeli tourists, but later admitted to being illegally employed by a moving company called Urban Moving Systems, a company an FBI investigation determined to be a front for Israeli intelligence operating within the United States. Of the 5 arrested, at least 2 of the men were determined to have direct links to the Mossad, after their names appeared in a CIA FBI database of foreign intelligence operatives. According to the initial police report, one of the 5 told the arresting police officers, "We are Israeli. We are not your problem. Your problems are our problems. The Palestinians are the problem."
That Israel was somehow implicated in 9/11. It was in their interests for that to happen because then it would lead to rage against all their enemies in the Middle East and so on. But do you tackle that kind of conspiracy theory in the series?
Benjamin Netanyahu on camera right after said this is a good thing because it brings the United States into a conflict that we've been involved in on an existential level for decades. But he said that out loud. I'm not guessing, you can pull the tape.
Netanyahu, who once commented that 9/11 was good for Israel.
When it comes to Israelis celebrating 9/11, I remember Netanyahu on 2 different occasions said some positive things about what happened on 9/11, for the Israelis, of course.
He said to the New York Times in an interview on September 11th, "It's very good."
We know that a group of Israeli art students, who clearly were not art students, clearly some of them were aligned with Israeli intelligence, were arrested and held for quite some time in the United States before being released without charges. And we know that a group of them, again, I'm quoting an FBI document here, not the internet, filmed the attacks on 9/11, and I'm quoting, seemed to have foreknowledge of those attacks.
It began when this woman was watching the Twin Towers burning from her apartment in New Jersey. She noticed 3 men on top of a van, posing for pictures with the towers burning in the background.
And I could see that they were like happy. You know, they didn't look shocked to me.
For more than 20 years, we blamed others, and I am sure you know who I mean, for being behind it.